To remove and replace the rear brake pads on your Ranger XD 1500, follow these steps. Park the vehicle on a flat, level surface, ensure it is in park, and remove the key. Begin by loosening the lug nuts while the vehicle is on the ground, but do not remove at this time. Then, safely elevate the vehicle. Reference your owner's manual for proper lifting techniques. Once safely elevated, remove the lug nuts and set aside. Then, remove the wheels and set aside. Next, remove the brake pad adjuster screw. Then, remove the brake pad fasteners. Now, remove the upper and lower caliper mounting fasteners. And remove the caliper from the knuckle. Discard the caliper mounting bolts. When removing the caliper, use care not to damage the brake hose. Support the caliper to avoid kinking or bending the brake hose. Next, use a C-clamp or locking pliers to slowly push against the outer brake pad and move the caliper piston into the caliper bore. Brake fluid will be forced through the compensating port into the master cylinder fluid reservoir when the piston is pushed back into the caliper. Remove the excess fluid from the reservoir as required. Then, push the mounting bracket inward and slip the outer brake pad from between the bracket and the caliper body. Next, remove the outer brake pad from the caliper and then remove the inner brake pad. Before continuing, inspect the brake pads for damage or wear and replace if necessary. Then, remove the mounting bracket from the caliper body. After this, inspect the rubber dust boots for tears or damage and replace if necessary. Then, clean the mounting bracket pins with the shop rag to remove any old grease or debris. To install rear brake pads, lubricate the mounting bracket pins with a light film of silicone grease. Now, compress the mounting bracket and make sure the dust boots are fully seated. And install the pads with the friction material facing each other. If brake pads are contaminated with grease, oil, or liquid soaked, do not use the pads. Use only new, clean pads. Next, install the caliper onto the knuckle with new mounting fasteners and torque to specification. Then, install the brake pad fasteners and torque to specification. Replace fasteners or apply blue Loctite 242 to existing fasteners. Now, slowly pump the brake pedal until pressure has been built up. Maintain at least ½ inch of brake fluid into the reservoir to prevent air from entering the brake system. Next, install the brake pad adjuster screw. Make sure the brake pad adjuster screw head is flush with the machine surface. Over-tightening the screw will cause pad drag. After adjustment, make sure pads move freely. Then, verify the fluid level in the reservoir is up to the max line inside the reservoir and install the cap. Next, install the wheel on the vehicle and tighten the lug nuts until fully seated. Once installed, safely lower the vehicle until the tires begin to touch the ground. This will help keep the wheel in place when torquing. Once lowered, torque the lug nuts to specification. Now, field test your vehicle for proper braking action before putting back into service. Also, inspect for fluid leaks and firm brakes. Make sure the brake is not dragging when the pedal is released. If the brake drags, recheck the assembly and installation. If new brake pads were installed, it is required that a burnishing procedure be performed after installation to extend the service life and reduce noise. To begin the procedure, start your vehicle and slowly increase speed to 30 miles per hour and gradually apply brakes to stop the vehicle. Then, allow pads and discs to cool sufficiently during the procedure. Do not let pads or discs to become hot, or warping may result. Repeat this process 10 times. Do not make more than 3 stops in 1 mile. For more information, see your authorized Polaris dealer or visit Polaris.com.